Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a video that I actually did a few months ago, but I wanted to film part 2. So I was on Sephora's website the one day and I noticed they had a section called Beauty Under $20 where they have a ton of makeup and skincare and hair products and tools all under $20. I feel like makeup products can be very expensive. I mean, even at the drugstore, you can find products over $20 these days. I think. $20 might be a little bit high, but I feel like prices are getting there. So I really wanted to highlight some of my affordable favorites at Sephora. If you have a gift card or you're shopping at Sephora or you're just curious to know which products are a little bit more affordable but still really good quality, hopefully this video can steer you in the right direction. Part 1 includes all makeup products, so I'll link that video below if you want to check it out. And I'll also link that section on Sephora's page in case you want to scroll through yourself. But today I wanted to share a part 2 and mainly focus on makeup, but also include just a couple of skincare and hair care products that I love as well. So I hope today's video is helpful for you guys if you are looking for some more affordable products. Also, side note, I do have a lot of blush on in today's video. Did not realize that until I just caught a glimpse of myself in the viewfinder. I think it's because I pulled my hair back and usually that hides a little bit of it, but I'm going through a little bit of a blush phase right now where I just apply a ton of blush. Like sometimes I'll catch myself in like the car mirror when I'm leaving the house and I'm like, whoa, you should have toned it down a little bit, but I just love blush so much right now. So I'm wearing one of the new e.l.f. Luminous Putty blushes if you're curious in the shade Maui. Speaking of blush, let's start with this. So this is from LYS Beauty. I did feature a few LYS Beauty products in part 1, including I think their concealer, their powder, and then possibly another one. But what's nice about the brand LYS Beauty is that pretty much all of their products are under $20, with maybe the exception of their foundation. Anyway, the newest one that I tried is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush, and I picked up the shade Kindness. I'm really into blush, like I said, right now, and I feel like I love trying all different formulas, creams, powders. What I like about this formula compared to a lot of other cream blushes I've tried is that this one is very, very long lasting. It also doesn't have like a really glowy, luminous finish. The name Satin Matte sounds like a complete contradiction. Like a satin matte cream blush just doesn't make sense in my mind because how can something be satin but also matte? But I also feel like that's the perfect description of this because it's not a completely matte blush, but it's definitely more of a matte cream than other cream blushes I've tried. And it has a very natural satin finish. It's more matte than it is satin. And I would say the finish is maybe somewhat similar to the e.l.f. Putty blushes, the original formula, but this has a lot more pigment and it's definitely longer lasting. My skin is really oily and sometimes cream blushes will just completely fade by the end of the day, but this one stays in place extremely well. So if you are looking for a long-lasting cream blush that's not too glowy or overly radiant, this is definitely a great option to try. They recently expanded the shade range, so I think they have like, I want to say 7 or 8 different options. They have lighter options, deeper options. This is probably one of the lightest options, and I do love it. You can sheer it out to get like a lighter, softer look or build it up because it's definitely a buildable formula too. I also wanted to share this product from LYS Beauty. When I first tried this, I liked it, but it wasn't a favorite of mine. And I've really grown to just love it. I wear it all the time. This is the Aim High Pressed Highlighter Powder, and I have the shade Brave. So I kind of go back and forth on whether I'm into a really subtle highlight or I want an intense highlight. This is definitely an intense highlighter. If you like something really soft and subtle, don't try this. But if you want something a little more glowy, you know, something that really stands out, then I think you'll like this formula. The reason why I like this is because it does look smooth on the skin. And sometimes when you get a highlighter that's a little more intense, almost like slightly glittery, they just bring a ton of attention to the texture on your face. That can be fine. We all have texture, some of us more than others. My skin is pretty textured, especially my cheeks. So sometimes I don't really want to wear a highlighter that really highlights that. Sometimes I don't care. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But when it comes to really intense highlighters, they almost always highlight that texture. But I feel like this has a very smooth finish, so it just glides on my skin. It definitely gives me an intense glow, but it's not going to draw a ton of attention to the texture on my skin. Anyway, long explanation, all of that to say, if you are looking for a really intensely glowy highlighter that looks smooth on the skin, I think you'll like this formula. It's weird because in the pan, I wouldn't say that it looks glittery, but on the skin, it almost does look a little bit glittery. So You know, if you're not a big fan of that, I would probably skip over it, but I do think the formula is really beautiful. And I don't know, I have a hard time finding highlighters that I just love, and this is definitely one that I've seen myself reach for quite a bit lately. I finally picked up a Rare Beauty liquid blush. I'm so glad that I did. I think the reason I was hesitating for such a long time is because I tried the Rare Beauty cream blush, which I can't remember the name. It comes in that really cute, like circular pink compact, and that just didn't work well for me. It didn't last on my skin. I'm kind of tempted to try it again now that I'm more into cream products, but I do think there are a lot of other cream blushes I like a little bit better. Anyway, that being said, I just wasn't sure that the liquid blush would work well for me. I felt like maybe it would be a little bit difficult to use, hard to blend out, and that's just not the case. I picked up the shade Hope, which is a really pretty light pinky nude. A little bit of this product goes such a long way. TikTok actually convinced me to finally grab this because I saw so many videos of people just applying like one dot of this product and just blending it out to get the most natural, gorgeous look. And it's very easy to work with. Sometimes cream products, not cream products, well, cream products too, but sometimes the liquid products are kind of difficult to use. Like you'll apply them to the skin and then they'll just stay in that one spot. And no matter how much you blend them out, it's pretty obvious where you dotted the product on your face. But that's not the case with this one. It's so easy to work with, very blendable, really lightweight, but very long lasting. So I really enjoy this. I've tried a couple of other liquid formulas and I don't feel like anything quite compares to this one. So I totally understand the hype, and I would love to know if you guys have a favorite Rare Beauty liquid blush color because I kind of want to try another one. I wish they came in smaller sizes because there's no way I'll ever use this up. As much as I like it, liquid blush probably won't be like my go-to formula. So I almost wish they did like mini versions, which they might. Or maybe they have some sets where there are mini blushes included. I'll have to take a look at those because I do feel like this is a lot of product. It's only 0.25 fluid ounces, but with the amount of product you need, this will last forever. Also, this product might be exactly $20 instead of just under $20, but I'm still including it in today's video. So I recently tried the brand Item Beauty, and I really like the two products that I've tried. I am curious to try out more. They have a mix of skincare and makeup products. I think next I'll try one of the cream blushes, but I got two of the products in Sephora favorite sets, and I ended up purchasing the full-size version because I liked the minis so much. So the first one is this. It's a lip product. It's the Lip Quip Lip Oil, and I have the shade Come Through. I actually ordered a second shade, which will probably be here by the time I film the swatches for this video, so I'll swatch both of them for you. I also got the shade, I think it's called Heart Poppin'. If that's not the name, I have no idea where I came up with it, so that has to be the name because it's very specific. But it's more of like a cherry red, and the shade Come Through is more of like a peachy coral. This is such a gorgeous formula. It's very, very lightweight, super glossy, really hydrating, and the best part is that it smells like peach rings. This smells so good. I'm kind of curious to know if the red one is going to smell like that too, but it's a really interesting scent for a lip product because I feel like a lot of brands go like vanilla or mint, or they do go with some sort of fruit, but not this one. I love the scent of this product so much. It's just such a good everyday lip product. I feel like it's perfect to throw in your bag. You can wear it on its own. I will wear it over lip liner, and I feel like it adds like the perfect hint of color, and I love it. I've actually used a good amount of this, and I've only had it for maybe like a few weeks at this point. Like I said, I did have the mini one. I ended up giving that to my niece because my nieces love makeup. They're 4 and 5, and I feel like when they come to my house, they always go straight for lip products. Anyway, she saw the little mini gloss. I had used up most of it because the mini version didn't come with a ton. It came in like a Sephora favorite set, but I love the formula. I loved it so much I purchased the full size, and then I got a second shade as well. So it really is just like a good staple everyday go-to lip oil. It's a little bit more glossy than some other lip oils, and it's kind of like a lip gloss lip oil hybrid. It stays in place a little bit better than like a traditional lip oil. So definitely a great option. I also love the Item Beauty Lash Snack Lengthening Mascara. This is so good. I really think this could easily become like one of my top favorite mascaras. When I initially saw the wand, I really didn't think that I would love it. I tried it out because I got it in a set of like 5 mini mascaras, and initially, I said my favorite one was the Say mascara, but I think I like this one a little bit better. I ended up using the voucher for the Say mascara. And then I just bought this one. I think it's $15, so definitely one of the more affordable mascaras at Sephora. And I love it. It does such a great job at lengthening my lashes and separating them, but also lifting them. Today I do have on false lashes. I just have the Ardell Dummy Wispies on, but I have this on my bottom lashes, and it just makes my lashes look so much longer than other mascaras. It really stretches them, and like I said, it separates and defines them, so I feel like you can really see a big difference when you use this. I'll also use this mascara when I use a mascara that's a little bit clumpy, because if I apply a mascara, my lashes, they look, you know, like I said, clumped together. This will comb through them and just individually like separate them, lengthen them. It is such a good defining lengthening mascara. I love it so much. Usually I'm all about mascaras that give a ton of volume, but this one gives a ton of length, and I've been reaching for it on an everyday basis. It's so good, and it's really easy to build up. When I wear this mascara in person, I feel like I get a lot of compliments on my lashes. So such a great option. I'll continue to repurchase it. Speaking of lashes, I did want to share some false lashes. So I've never really shopped for false lashes on Sephora's website in the past. I've always gone for like the drugstore brands, affordable brands, because I usually don't like to spend a ton of money on lashes. But I have to say, I tried these from House of Lashes. I think they're maybe $12, and they last a really long time. Like, this is definitely a lash that you can wear over and over. Once you clean it off, you can rewear it. So they do last a while. These are the House of Lashes Iconic Lite. I think my sister wore these on her wedding day when I did her makeup last year. She kind of had like two weddings. Like 2 years ago, she had her wedding ceremony with just like our immediate family, and then last year she had like more of a celebration. I'm pretty sure she wore them both times because I told her they looked so good, and I did her makeup for her, and I think I used these. I'm pretty sure I did, because they're so beautiful on the eyes. They have like a little bit of like a longer lash on the ends, so I feel like they give your eyes like a really beautiful open look, and they're dramatic without being too over the top. Like, when you wear these, it definitely looks like you're wearing false lashes. Sometimes with the Ardell Dummy Wispies, I feel like it doesn't always look like you're wearing a super dramatic lash, but they're so pretty. I mean, if you're someone who likes dramatic lashes for everyday wear, you could totally wear these. They're very, very comfortable. They do have a little bit of a thicker band, but I find that they stay in place really well. I tend to wear these on more like special occasions, like if I'm a guest at a wedding, which hasn't really happened since my sister's wedding, or, you know, if I do a little bit more dramatic makeup and I just want to get a little more dressed up, I'll reach for these. But because you can wear them over and over, it's not something you'll have to buy all the time. And I love them. I think they're so, so pretty. So if you do like more of that, like, winged out effect with your lashes, these are a great option. I picked up this primer from Milk Makeup a few weeks ago. This is the Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. So this looks like a mini. I purposefully didn't include like a lot of minis in these videos. I wanted to include full-size products you could get under $20. But what's nice about this is it's not a typical mini in that you get a really small amount of product for an expensive price point, because sometimes when brands do minis, they'll give you like a third of the amount of product you get in the full-size one for like twice the price. But what I love about this is Milk Makeup actually includes half the amount of product for half the price. So if you were to purchase 2 minis, it would be the same price per ounce compared to the full-size one. And I love that. I wish more brands would do that, because sometimes I just don't need the amount of product that comes in a full-size makeup product, but it feels like such a bad deal in terms of value if you buy the mini and you know that you'll end up buying it again. So long story short, this is a smaller version of the full-size product, but it's the same price per ounce when you break it down that way. I feel like that was a long explanation. Let's get to the product. This is a really nice primer. So I love the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I do, but I feel like at this point there are a lot of other alternatives out there that I don't feel like I have to spend the money on that one. Elf makes a really great option. I've tried one from Catrice. The hard candy one is kind of similar, but that is definitely more of a hydrating primer. It does lock your makeup into place, and I feel like it extends the wear of my makeup, but it's, like I said, a little bit more on the hydrating side. If you're looking for more of a mattifying, smoothing primer, this is a nice option. It's not overly mattifying, so if you have extremely oily skin or you want your skin to stay matte for like 12 hours, this is not the primer for you. But the reason why I like this is because it lightly mattifies my skin and creates a really smooth base. And I feel like a lot of the time, not always, but a lot of the time when you have oily skin, you might also have breakout prone skin or textured skin or clogged pores. And if you deal with a lot of that, this is such a good all-in-one primer because not only does it just smooth out your skin, it also keeps it a little bit more matte throughout the day. It has an interesting texture. It's kind of almost like a lotion-like whipped texture. So when you initially apply it, it doesn't feel super matte. And like I said, there are other more mattifying primers out there, but I like this one for everyday wear because I do notice that my skin stays a little more matte throughout the day while it also creates like a blurred effect on my face. So I've been enjoying it a lot. I also like that I got the smaller version because I do like to switch my makeup up, and it's been a nice way to try out the formula without committing to the full-sized one. I want to share 2 skincare products with you. So a lot of skincare products at Sephora are very, very expensive. There are a few brands that are a little more affordable, like The Ordinary and also the Inkey list. I've tried a lot of products from the Inkey list. I know a lot of people love The Ordinary, but weirdly enough, I haven't tried a ton of their products. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know in the comments. But I've tried a good amount of products from the Inkey list, and my favorite product is definitely the Salicylic Acid Cleanser. I've repurchased this a couple of times at this point. A little bit goes a long way, so it does last a long time, even though it looks like a smaller bottle. How much does it come with? It comes with 5 fluid ounces, but like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So I'll pour a little bit of this into my hand and then add water and really work it into a lather and apply it to my face. I love this product because I do feel like it does what it says it does. It says that it helps reduce blackheads and breakouts, and a lot of cleansers claim to do that, but I almost feel like they either dry out my skin or my skin is more breakout prone when I use them. But this one really does fight breakouts. There are a couple of cleansers I'll kind of go back and forth between, but I feel like this one is very effective and it's affordable. If you're someone who doesn't want to spend a ton of money on a cleanser, I totally get it because you just basically wash it right off. But I do think cleanser is important, and it's important to find one that works well for your skin type. So if you have oily, breakout prone skin, definitely try this out. It's not going to dry your skin out, and I do feel like it helps to keep my skin clear in combination with other skincare products I use. So I love this so much. And then there's another product from them that I don't currently have because I used it up, and I'm working through a couple of other moisturizers. But I paused and I lost my train of thought because I was trying to think of the product that it replaced in my skincare routine. Let me just look it up really quickly. The Inkey List Peptide Moisturizer is so good. It actually replaced a Drunk Elephant product. So I used to use the Drunk Elephant Proteini Polypeptide Firming Moisturizer, which I really liked. The texture of that product was so nice, and I felt like when I used that, I saw a noticeable difference in the texture of my skin. It was very smoothing, really soft and nourishing. But then I bought this one from the Inkey List. Let me just pull it up because I don't have it with me. Also, they did change the packaging. The packaging used to be pretty much the exact same packaging as the Drunk Elephant one. Now it comes in like a squeeze tube type packaging. But this product is amazing. It's $14.99, and I think it does such a great job at just leaving your skin feeling softly hydrated and really, really smooth. It's very, very fast absorbing, so I really enjoyed using it during the day, especially during the winter time when I felt like my skin needed like an extra dose of moisture, but I didn't want anything too heavy. I also liked using it at night. It's definitely something I'll repurchase down the road. I just am trying to make my way through a couple of other open moisturizers, but that one is an amazing formula, especially for the price point. Like, I would pay 3 times the price for that because it really is a great option. Although one thing I love about the Inkey List is that their products are not super expensive. So they make a lot of great skincare products. I've tried probably like 4 or 5 other options that I enjoy. They also have like a very lightweight eye serum. They have an acne treatment. So if you haven't tried their products yet, definitely worth checking out. The last 2 products I wanted to share with you guys are a shampoo and conditioner from the brand Verb. Again, I don't have these with me because I just used these up. I just shared them in a fairly recent empties video, but I love them. That was the second time that I finished them up completely. So I purchased them, I used them up, I purchased them again, used them up again, and I will try them again down the line. But I am kind of working my way through a couple of other hair products as well. I've just been trying out a lot of more affordable shampoos and conditioners lately. I feel like the brand Verb as a whole is one of the more affordable hair care lines found at Sephora. I also like their hair mask, and I also like their hair oil. But the shampoo and conditioner that I tried are really nice if you like more of a smoothing, hydrating formula. Sometimes when it comes to hydrating shampoos and conditioners, they can can really weigh your hair down. They can be a little bit too intense and almost make your hair look oily or greasy, but the Verb formulas are really lightweight. So that's the reason why I liked them, because not only did they make my hair feel really hydrated, I also felt like they were kind of weightless. And after I would use them, my hair still had a good amount of volume to it. So if you're looking for a nice option to try from Sephora, I definitely recommend trying those out. There are so many good shampoos and conditioners out there at the drugstore, at Sephora, but a lot of hair products at Sephora can be pretty expensive, like over $40. So the ones that I got were, I think, the smaller sizes, 8 ounces, but they lasted me a long time, and I have a good amount of hair, but I would use them like every other day, and I think they lasted me for, I want to say, like 3 months, maybe 2.5. It's hard to know because I was using them and then we moved and I was using other formulas, but it is a really, really great option for under $20 or right at $20. Those might be like priced exactly at $20 too. So that's everything I wanted to share with you guys in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I have another video like this. Like I said, I did part 1. I'll link it on the screen for you guys right now. And I have a couple of other Sephora recommendations videos, which I'll link in the description box in case you guys want to check them out. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.